1600 metres. And what a go from the 1600 metre marker. Once again, the starter caught them in a good line here. Morpheus is right there at the rail. Red Rover, Spinner Coins in the early vanguard. Matthew Ethan, Silver Spring. Try your lucks trying that around runners. Only 2.5 lengths off the tempo. Meet at Maidan. It's a fairly decent gallop, a solid one. Then comes His Approval. Vertical Approach. At the rail in Vertical Approach. A Scraping Pain, 6 lengths off them. Son of Orimandes, Forries Walls. In behind these runners, Cat and Command, 9-10 lengths off them, Storm Chord. Forestry Law and Kentucky Guest, the last two, 11 lengths top to tail. They move down towards the final 800 metres, and Red Rover and Pierce Stradum, acting as the dictator, 3 parts of a length. Spinner Coins right there in that second position. Try your lucks around them. Morpheus perfectly poised at the rail. Just 2.5 to track down. Matthew Ethan further back. Meet at Maidan. At this point in time, Silver Spring's got 6 lengths to make up. Vertical Approach is going to look towards the inside. Got about 5 to track down. 400 metres to go. Red Rover. Morpheus now comes alive at the 400 metre marker. At this stage, Morpheus glided away by 2. Up the rail now. Vertical Approach looks to run on. Coming to the 200, Morpheus. Red Rover tries to come back for more. Towards the outside, Forries Waltz looking to run on. But it's Morpheus and Red Rover over the last 100 metres. Morpheus digs down. Forries Waltz exploding through on the outside. And Forries Waltz electrified, gonna get up. Forries Waltz on the post from Morpheus, Red Rover and Silver Spring. Well, in the blink of an eye, the action is on the inside, but Forries Waltz, as soon as I glanced off the binoculars, he started to really take off. Morpheus, but here's Forries Waltz exploding through and ends up winning, going away by a length. Down to the post, Forries Waltz, he came hard up against the outside and he snuck into the picture to go on. Morpheus travelled well coming to the 300, stays on second. Red Rover's behind these runners looking to stay on. He was a long-time leader. Silver Springs on the inside. His Approval. Vertical Approach was tight at the rail coming to the last 250 metres. Son of Orimandes further back in the running. So extreme right-hand side, Forries Waltz, he had about 3-4 lengths to make up. There you can see the rider just drops his reins there, but he now gets them back, gets the sabre in the right hand. Morpheus, who travelled well, but Forries Waltz drifting to the outside, and here's a 2-year-old. He comes storming through up the outside, and he gets up closer. I'm still running to the outside, and certainly Forries Waltz, a horse with a bit of a future. Morpheus, who cruised up at the 350, stays on for second, but going to sneak into the picture, number 13, Forries Waltz. And you got to say, this is a breathtaking display from him today. From the Mike de Kock stable, comes sneaking into the picture, Warren Kennedy, and they bound away that last 20 metres. Back to the studio.
Well, number 13, Forries Waltz, has simply waltzed Tom here on the outside of the track under Warren Kennedy. He's a son of Gray's Inn, bred by Wicklow Stud. Well done to Chris Gerber and, of course, Mike de Kock, who owns a share in this son of Gray's Inn. He's come through to win a fantastic race here in this E-Division handicap over 1,600 meters. And let's go to Warren Kennedy. Warren, firstly, you had a bit of a wide draw to overcome.
Yeah, I did, but Mr. de Kock gave me his instructions, you know. He said, come out and wherever he's happy, just leave him there and get him to run on down the straight, which I was obliged to do, you know, and he turns it on really quick, this horse. I came towards the outside because they started to slow it down, turning into straight, and just proof we can win anywhere today.
That's encouraging for the sprint races to come, that you kept onto that outside running rail, and your horse found another gear.
Yeah, he's a really smart little horse, you know. I don't know where he's going to go from here, but he's a good little horse, and I think he's going places. But to Mr. Gerber and to Mr. de Kock, thank you very much for the ride, keep me on him, and I appreciate it very much. It's
very difficult to judge on the monitor from where we're watching, but when we watch that slow-mo replay, you won comfortably.
Yeah, he did, you know. I didn't give him the best of rides down the straight, you know. I dropped my rein, but he quickened really smartly, and he's the type of horse, whenever you ask him, he just gives you more. And, you know, I knew I was always going to get him. Come to 200, I had about a length to make up, and, you know, it was just a matter of keeping him going, and he was always going to win.
Nice ride.
Thank you.
Well done, Warren Kennedy. Let's get the boss in. Mike de Kock. Firstly, Mike, you know, you got jockeys that you use, stable jocks, etc. But Warren, throughout the seasons, has helped Nathan and John in the mornings, and you give him his fair share of chances.
Sure, Dees, you know, we always try and give people that ride work rides. I mean, there's obviously the senior jockeys, but, you know, I think hard work is entitled to be rewarded.
He talked about simple instructions in the parade ring, and he seemed to turn it out to a T.
Yeah, Dees, you know, at the end of the day, it's not ideal running 2-year-olds in open company like this, but I mean, quite frankly speaking, the juvenile program for horses that have won a race over ground doesn't exist. It's actually a disgrace, to be honest with you. So one is forced into doing things like this, which is not ideal, but I mean, this is an above average horse, you know, so that's why I wasn't, I took the chance with the older horses, because I think a lot of the older horses are very well exposed. So if you've got a 2-year-old that's going to go places, you shouldn't have much difficulty in beating them.
It's a nice story behind the name, Andrew Bond, just refreshing my memory. But more importantly, you're in good company with Chris Gerber.
Very good company, and good company with Ready Price as well. So fantastic for him, and great for Chris. You know, I hope we've got a horse that's going to go on a bit. We might, you know, even consider exporting him now.
It's a big day for a big stable, and what is encouraging about this race is that Warren stuck to the outside, so all goes well for the sprint race. That bias has been lurking throughout the week, you know, where you're drawn down the straight. Is it going to be a problem? But Warren has showed that you can win on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of races have been won on the outside over the last, you know, few months. But you know, it is on a day like this. It's monkey see, monkey do. So
Sure.
you know, they all go to the inside because everyone's going there.
I know that you've done your interviews for USO and for the day, but if you have to put your head on the block and single out one runner from your stable that could be your next best.
These, I suppose, one's got to look at Banadir, Alboran Sea. I think it's a filly that's on the up. That could be anything.
Thanks for that, Mike. Please give our best to Chris, and well done with the win.
Thank you. Cheers.
Lovely. Mike de Kock there. Well done to Chris Gerber and jockey Warren Kennedy. The numbers you'll need if you threw the first leg of the place accumulator: 13, 8, and 6. And if you caught the quartet, it was rounded off by number 5, Silver Spring. 13, 8, 6, and 5. Your provisional results, race number 3. Coming up next, the big one. Carry over pick 6 to our race meeting at Scottsville. That estimated pool, 3 million rand. That's at 13:20, 20 past 1. Coming up next, race number 4.